Today we're gonna make breakfast, and the exciting thing about this breakfast is that it really has a lot of energy, ready to get started with the day, especially if before breakfast you went for a workout. So this is a great way to recover from an exercise, to start your day with a lot of energy, and most of all, we're gonna get almost a complete nutrition with this granola. We're gonna make granola.
It's a great way to get antioxidants, polyphenols, lowering all these ingredients, these great ingredients like oats and nuts and dried fruit,
Seeds.
and pumpkin seeds. These all have incredible amounts of nutrition, like Sandra's mentioning, and I'll get into more specifics as we go on.
So we always create medicine when we create our food, and that is the exciting part, because all these ingredients are capable of reducing cholesterol, reducing blood pressure, regulating insulin level. Even though we are putting some calories into this food, this is a high caloric food, but it's food that has actually low glycemic index, improves overall cholesterol, helps to reduce diabetes. So this is, like our motto always says, we're gonna eat deliciously in order to maintain our health. And I just wanted to tell you that our recipe in the book has a mistake. It says 5 cups of oats. Instead, we're gonna have 7 here. And that is the right amount for what we have. We're gonna add 1/4 of maple syrup, 1/3 cup of honey into our oats. And so I put a little bit of the maple syrup that we have in the recipe in the microwave for about 30 seconds with a little bit of water, just to make it fluid for oats to incorporate it. The other thing that our recipe does not have is the seeds. The seeds, you can add whatever seeds you like and enjoy. Here we have a combination of flaxseed, and I put a tablespoon of each one of the seeds. So 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of sunflower seeds, 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds, and pumpkin. We're gonna have our mixed nuts, 2 cups of mixed nuts. For today, I chose almonds, hazelnut, pistachio, and walnuts. So this is gonna be just absolutely incredible. We have our 2 cups of mixed dry fruit, and I chose for today figs, apricots, and raisins. These are gonna go in the end when the granola has cooked in the oven. If we put it earlier, they're gonna dry up even further in the oven. They're not gonna taste as good. I tried that before, doesn't work out well at all. We're gonna incorporate our honey maple syrup well into the oats. I'm gonna use my hands. Hands is always the best.
Oats are an incredible food. They, the other name, or the Latin name for oats is avena sativa, and it's a whole grain, and it has a special polyphenol called avena theramide in it, and this is only found in oats, and it has an incredible potential to increase what's called nitric oxide. That's the substance that's inside the arteries that helps the arteries open and close and keep them flexible. So it's very, very heart healthy. It's a soluble fiber, and this soluble fiber helps lower cholesterol, it lowers blood sugar, it lowers blood pressure. It also increases a special compound called peptide YY. Peptide YY has been widely studied, and it increases satiety, so you feel full. So it's a food that can help you lose weight because you feel full, not only because of the fiber content, but also because of the this peptide YY. So it's a very good food overall for overall health, because metabolically it helps all these various factors that help reduce cardiovascular risk, dementia risk, cancer risk. So it's a great food to add to your repertoire.
And pretty much all the ingredients I'm going to put here have all those capacities. The other great thing about this breakfast, cooking the energy-dense, nutritious-dense breakfast today, is that it is gluten-free. So for people that are celiac and that cannot have gluten, this is the perfect recipe for a healthy breakfast. This is a breakfast that you can add in your milk, you can add in your yogurt, or you can eat it just like this, a bowl with your spoon. So the oven has been preheated at 350 degrees. It's going to be there between 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and we're going to stir it. Then we're going to add our beautiful dry fruit, and it's ready to go.
So the other components, like the nuts and seeds, have high concentrations of magnesium, manganese, fiber, protein, and almonds have a particularly high content of both vitamin E and L-arginine. And L-arginine is another component that promotes the production of nitric oxide and helps the flexibility of the arteries, so it's very heart healthy.
Granola is out of the oven, toasted, the outer and the nuts, the seeds, all toasted. So you can imagine the smell in this kitchen of toasted nuts and toasted oats. We're gonna add our dried fruit now. And it's better to add it while it's nice and hot, so it releases some of the sugar inside this beautiful, healthy, delicious granola.
Now, some other ingredients that are in the granola are honey and maple syrup, and these foods tend to have a notion that they may be too high in sugar, and they do have a lot of sugar, but they also have some health benefits. Raw honey is a great source of antioxidants. It's actually antibacterial and antifungal, and it's a phytonutrient powerhouse. It increases immunity, it decreases cancer, and one of the specific benefits of honey is that it fights off this microorganism that causes gastritis called H. pylori. So it's a good way to prevent gastritis and reflux, and it's also a prebiotic. That means that it's used by the good bugs in our gastrointestinal tract, the microbiome, to grow and become healthy.
So they have an antibacterial, antiviral property.
And antifungal.
And antifungal.
And maple syrup is, in small quantities, it's a great tasting sweetener. It's of interest is that 80% of the world's maple syrup is made in Quebec, Canada. And there's different grades. There's grades A, which is a little lighter, and there's three different grades of A: light amber, medium amber, and dark amber. And then there's grade B, which is the real dark one. That's actually a better one. The darker it is, the more antioxidants it has in it. It has 24 different antioxidants in maple syrup.
That's pretty remarkable.
And it has a particular phytonutrient called quebecol. It's named after Quebec, but it's quebecol, and this has been shown to decrease cancer, and it slows the metabolism of carbohydrates in the gut, so it decreases the glycemic index. So slows down how fast carbohydrates and sugars get into your bloodstream.
So again, we can't be scared of carbohydrates if you eat the healthy carbohydrates, the carbohydrates that actually help us to keep our blood sugar down, which is interesting, right? And that's what food does. That's the magic of food. So let's believe in the right things to eat, because they keep us healthy, they keep us well. Enjoy this recipe, and let's taste it. The favorite part of this work we have done today. It is really good, full of flavor, all the flavors of the toasted nuts, seeds, and the sweetness of the fruit, is really all coming together, always beautifully. And who doesn't like crunch and sweet at the same time? Isn't that what we all crave at all times? And it's not powerfully sweety.
No, it's a honeyed taste, but very slight sweet, very earthy, delicious.
The nuts, the sweet of the dry fruit is really.
And Sandra loves hers with yogurt and kefir. I use oat milk, and I use it as a cereal, and it's great even with ice cream. It's a very versatile food. It's a nice thing to have, to use every day as a breakfast or snack.
We'll have it tonight before we're going to bed.
Enjoy, and again, live well deliciously.
Dalla mia cucina alla tua cucina con amore. Ciao.